What are you, fucking nuts?
We're finally covering that video. Yo dudes and dudettes, your friendly neighborhood Jaxblade here, and today we cover a topic that has just been talked about for years. Is Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan's body, actually possible? Love him or hate him, Broly is one of the most well-known iconic anime characters of all time. I mean, honestly, with his Hulkus appearance, WWE moves, and such overquotable lines like,
"Where do you think you're going, Dad? In a rocket built for one person? So it's true, you are all talk and no action. A true piece of trash. I noticed that you like to look up in the sky at your silly old planet. You're probably dreaming you can go back there someday. Well, it's just a dream! Is that another word for coffin? Oh, the green bug has come to get squashed. Kakarot!
Kwame and Kyle, that was for you. I mean, you watching, wouldn't you absolutely love the legendary gains of this super space warrior?
Hey, it's mental. You.
See, a lot of folks look at Broly's physique, and while the initial reaction would be amazement that someone was able to reach that size and muscularity, the majority agree it's a bit much. And that doesn't help with the size of his temper.
Fuck you! Look at you, with your fucking 48% body fat and you scrounged little bastard. Fuck you guys.
Go to the gym, Joe.
But would reaching Broly's physique actually be attainable in real life? Actually, hold on a second. Today I'm going to let you join this conversation. Now, I've gone in depth explaining how attainable our favorite heroes' bodies are in this video right here, which you're welcome to check out after this video. But you see, Broly's transformed Saiyan body is an incredible sight to behold. Just look at this damn action figure! The biceps, the triceps, the latissimus dorsi, the pectoralis major, the deltoids, all of it's crazy! Just look at it, God! It's like the anime gods blessed him with almighty gains. A lot of folks just say, there is no way in HFIL anyone could ever get that big. Well, let's delve into that by looking at a sport Broly would be a multi-billionaire in. Bodybuilding. The textbook definition of bodybuilding is the development of body through exercise and diet, specifically the development of the physique for competitive exhibition. Now, bodybuilding is one of the most difficult sports you could ever professionally compete in.
What the fuck does Scott DL even know about it?
While bodybuilding itself wasn't my main goal to get into fitness, as I was more into the Bruce Lee Spartan Lean Machine athletic machine build, just remember that just because you aren't super yoked doesn't mean you aren't an impressive athlete. Just look at Michael Phelps, Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor, Usain Bolt, etc. I still respect it, and quite a few of my close friends are bodybuilders who compete on a regular basis, and seeing them prep for their shows is something I really admire. When you are a pro bodybuilder, your life is a textbook definition of the word discipline. As I mentioned before, you have to make your own food and measure every meal down to the last gram. That food is generally very plain, just protein, steamed vegetables, plain grains. You have to carry that food with you in Tupperware so you can eat it at a precise time. Depending on your level of strictness, you can't eat in restaurants because you don't know what they use to cook the food. You have to do a specific workout on a given day, exactly as specified, to make sure every muscle is on point for contest day. Every striation, every feather. No sick days, no slacking. You'll probably be training twice per day. You have to sleep and recover precisely. No parties, no staying up late. Sometimes you can't think straight because you're trying to lose as much fat as possible, and now you always feel hungry and tired. You're hangry, you're freaking hangry, you're grumpy. Your whole life until the competition / photo shoot, etc. revolves around making food, dieting, and recovery protocols.
Oh, bullshit, I'm going home, man.
Many of my bodybuilder friends have told me firsthand the horror stories of prepping, but the pride they feel when they step out on stage and are applauded for their hard work and insanely developed bodies, which makes it all worth it. Now, while we've never seen Broly pick up a weight, which I would think is just ridiculously inconvenient, I mean, he would carry around Zoro-style barbells, and with that average Saiyan diet and metabolism, and that monstrous size, there is no fucking way he's worried about tracking his macro and micronutrients, but as mortal men and women, we are. Now, this is part of the video I've seen many people just have extremely strong opinions on, and it's the part where we talk about what you can naturally accomplish with your body.
Okay, legit, if you're trying to get a body like Broly, then you're gonna need way more than just steroids. You probably need HGH, human growth hormone. You need test gear, a fucking synthol to make the muscles look inflated the way they do. You have to, there's so many different things that are just way outside the scope of this video today. So I'm just gonna tell you right now. So we'll just focus on what steroids would help with.
Now I'm telling you this straight up. If you've been a bodybuilder for 10 plus years with a coach, knowledge, a nutritionist, and followed your diet and sleep schedule religiously, you can reach an incredible looking body and more than likely reach your genetic maximum potential. Now, genetic max potential or maximum muscle max potential is just basically saying the amount of muscle you can achieve naturally in your life. Like, there's a certain limit. Like, you can only get so big. Like, your muscles will get to a point where it's just like, okay, I'm not going to grow anymore no matter how much I work out and train to get bigger. But then this is argument. Like, there are so many people who get into heated arguments saying like, no, I believe with the right work ethic, you can reach any goal. You can freaking become a titan big if you wanted to. And then there are people that's like, no, the science shows this and that. And then, you know, I'm on the spectrum of where I think you can achieve a great physique naturally, and then there's a ton of these people who get into arguments saying like, well, this person's clearly on something, or this person's clearly on something, where I'm just like, guys, that could be attained naturally if you just worked hard like that right there. But then there are some that are just like, okay, no, you're on the gas, bro, something like that. But who am I to judge you? Like, I don't give a fuck what you do. As I've said in practically every video so far, like, all of us are different. Not everyone's going to react the same way to a certain training protocol. Not everyone's going to react the same way to a diet. Not everyone's going to react the same way to, like, just, you know, certain things. Like, we're all built differently. Every body is different and reacts differently. I should seriously make a shirt with that on it now. But, like, it's ridiculous how everyone is just different. And I always tell you guys to find your own path, because you don't know. You might be an outlier of a situation. There'll be a bunch of people saying this does not work for everyone else, but you may be the one exception where it's like, huh, I did that and it worked. I just did 1,000 push-ups. I just magically bulked up. Oh, can you believe it? It's just, it's something like that is crazy. Like, fitness is not a one-size-fits-all. For example, I have two friends who just do calisthenics without weight. One of them built a body that rivals fitness models, and the other built a body that looks like manga Saitama, because they don't have the same genetic makeup. Another example, if you get two random people, train them the exact same way, with the exact same diet, and the exact same sleep schedule for 10 plus years, are they going to look exactly the same? More than likely, no. Remember this, you are unique. So if you're trying to train to get Arnold's arms or Bruce Lee's abs, you won't get the exact same thing. So focus on being the best you can be. Now let's get back to the genetic max potential. With that being said, we all have our limits. And due to your own personal genetics, you can only get so big naturally. If you're a bodybuilder and you've trained for a decade plus with solid coaching, training, diet, and rest, you're probably at your max genetic potential or very close to it. Think of your max genetic potential like leveling up to the max in a video game, and all you have to do now is maintain it with good diet and consistent exercise. Again, it's gonna look different on everyone. Some folks can become hulkishly huge, while others can just become really well built, all depending on your genetics. But some people just aren't happy with that. For whatever reason, some people are just not satisfied with their quote-unquote final form, so they decide to get a little help. Now, there are already countless videos, documentaries, articles, people either demonizing or glorifying steroids that go way outside the scope of today's video topic, so I'll just say this. Steroids do allow you to train harder and longer. They also allow you to recover faster so you can work out more frequently, and this is a big thing because, as we've covered before, muscles grow from time under tension, and getting high volume will help them even more. Steroids can allow you to build muscle and burn fat at the same time, which is incredibly difficult to do unless you're a beginner who has newbie gains. We went in depth in that in my Hero Academia video linked in the right hand corner of this video. You can check out after this video. They also allow you to far surpass what you could have achieved naturally. Now, some rare people have insane genetics and can get insanely big. And while I am an open-minded individual, I am not that naive to believe that it's common. Realistically, that's like an incredibly small percentage. Now, some people do think when you take steroids, you just like inject it before bed, and then in the morning you just wake up all swole and yoked up. But that is just a complete fallacy. Even when you're on drugs and see people who've gotten incredible physiques from them, you still have to put in hard ass work. They just allow you to work harder and push yourself further. Also, I don't want you to think I'm over-glorifying steroids. And one major side effect is how it can possibly affect Mr. Happy down there and also give you some gyno man titties. And I know most of y'all don't want that. This 9-foot, 500-pound motherfucker is practically all muscle. Now, if you're talking purely aesthetics, there are gigantic ripped men out there that if you saw them, you'd just be like,
now that is a man who has eaten a lot of beef.
So is Broly's body possible? Well, even with help, it would take an insane amount of training, nutrition, discipline, and work ethic to achieve a body even remotely similar. I mean, seriously, the work. The work to put into building a bod like that would be overwhelming. But I'd be lying if I said I haven't seen physiques that somewhat resemble that. I'm not even talking about Photoshop. So while the exact 9-foot, 500-pound muscle bod is highly unlikely, it can be somewhat duplicated, though I don't know why you would want to. Well, dudes and dudettes, I hope you enjoyed today's video. It was a lot of fun to analyze one of my favorite characters in fictional history. And hell, I might make this into a series where I just analyze characters' physiques if we don't see what type of training they actually do to get them. You can always follow me on my social media accounts below, and if you really want to support me, you can support me on my Patreon page. I have a ton of great rewards there, and all those rewards just like not only help you, but they help me as well. So like I really appreciate it a lot. So thank you to all my patrons. I hope you had fun watching this video today, and I hope you learned something. And remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And remember, like I always say, keep calm, booyah on, don't forget, moment time. Have a great day.